Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you missed my video for Infinity, he took his Spider-Man 2099 to rank 4 and sent over some amazing gameplay that really makes me think he is the best utility champion of his class, which I know is saying something. But Quake, who I'd still give the overall nod to in a lot of fights, isn't a 6-star. And I think that has to be put into consideration, even though I love Quake and I play with her way more than I have ever Spider-Man 2099. You know, you got to be objective about these things. So with that being said, I have the 100% exploration submission as well for Mr. Infinity, which showcases a lot, including his ability to use Ultron, a popular counter to the new Kang once you get the rotations down. So much awesomeness about Ultron. Can we give Kabam a shout out here? They really made Ultron better. And I'm not saying he was bad before, because I still think he was about middle tier, but he went from middle tier to top tier. And as the game has evolved, and Act 7 has been a great example of this, Ultron actually has just gained in value. It's almost like he's a fine wine, and he just gets better with age. With that being said, we have the rewards and the opening for our man, Infinity, who I'm still wanting to call Buzz Lightyear because it feels like he's giving us a to infinity and beyond opening every time we commentate one of these openings. And sir, I want to thank you again for all the submissions to the channel this weekend. You have made my birthday better. If my hat looks a little different, it is a new hat from Israel, my girlfriend. This is the old hat. It's very light and flimsy, and it's like a $5 hat from Target that I got 10 years ago. So, new and improved hat, and you can feel the weight. It's like the weight of expectation. And here we go, a 6-star Mutant Nexus. That is a first. We have seen all but one before this be Cosmic, and that one was a Mystic. So, 100% explored. Always love when this account pops up like this. Another generic rank 2 to rank 3 rank up gem. I love that was in the Act 7 completion rewards. That was that and the 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal, depending on if you get anything close to what you're looking for, and some people don't, and some people do. I definitely did. Those are the two most valuable items, I think. The Nexus is probably going to be a hit or miss for most people, but you get so many more Nexus with exploration, of course. That one Nexus compared to 5, or I guess technically one Nexus compared to 4, is really no big deal. All right, so here is the first of 4 6-star Nexus crystals. And let's get ready to pause and discuss. White Mags, Old Balls Logan, and Black Widow OG. Not much to discuss here. It is clear and obvious that White Mags should get the Awakening, and he agrees. What do you know? We're on the same page. All right, second crystal. And we have, oh, whoa! I was so excited. I would normally be so excited for Nebula, so excited for Spider-Ham. You want to somehow move them magically to different Nexus crystals. Or you want to somehow have something that doesn't exist and probably will never exist, a select all button, right? But you can't. And it's interesting. I feel like the community would be split if you were debating Nebula versus Spider-Ham, because I love them both so much. And Spider-Ham, shout out to my man Evan Peterson, saved me quite a few units in 7.4 against the Purgatory boss. Talk about an easy one-shot. That was almost criminal, and I just used a 5-star. You gotta go Ghost. I would rank personally, and this is, I love them all. Ghost 1, Spider-Ham 2, Nebula 3, but I don't think that's the same for everybody, and I don't think that should be the case for everybody. But wow, what an amazing Nexus. And you know this next one's probably going to be trash. And you're like, can I just put Spider-Ham or Nebula in it, please? Please? All right. And, oh, Red Mags. Talk about the opposite of trash. You got White Mags and Red Mags and Ghost. Don't use Ghost against Red Mags, though. Or White Mags, really. Wouldn't recommend it. Even with the class advantage. All right, well, again, this is not a difficult choice. Red Mags is favored easily, even without those champions being already awakened or going to awaken Heimdall, which doesn't really do anything. All right, next. Can he finally get a bad Nexus? I mean, I don't think so. Iceman. There were times where Iceman was the best, considered the best mutant champion. Now he's not even in the top 10. That's just how much that class has gotten better. I'm going to go Iceman 1, Awakening of Doc Ock 2, Yellow Jacket 3. Probably. Again, just one man's opinion. You can disagree. I want you to disagree. I want this to be a channel, not a cult. All right, so maybe he'll awaken Iceman in the mutant crystal, but my guess is he's probably looking for Kitty Pryde. He's probably looking for Archangel. Who knows? Omega Red. The best class in the game, the deepest class in the game, gives him Jubilee Rogue, and there he is! Woo-hoo-hoo! No offense to Jubilee, though I think that's KT1's favorite mutant that he told me about in the interview, and I think he would like her to be better. But Omega Red, talk about going rogue, literally, on that far right. You got Omega Red and Ghost and Red Max in the same 3 minutes of time. That's historic. Oh, now we have... Ooh, does he want to... Okay. He just throws it on there. No backing out. Immediately throwing it on there. And what class is he going to get? Science. Well, I guess that makes sense now that I think about it. That's what he used to take up Spider-Man 2099. Who else were his other options? Human Torch he could have taken up? Did he use the generic on him too? I don't know. He sent over a second crystal opening though. Oh, it's an additional 6-star Nexus. Maybe these were the completion rewards. In the completion, he awakened his Ultron. Both, or I was going to say both Black Panthers. One's Black Panther, one's Agent Venom, my bad. Okay, Awakening of Ultron. So that helped him in the exploration. That's genius. That's awesome, bro. And then the 6-star Sig Stones, which honestly we can just skip right through to save time. So can we do the same thing with this? All right, so what class did you get from this? Would have been great if you had got Science to awaken your Spider-Man 2099, although you've got that generic. But hey, Cosmic is still one of the best, especially if you have Null or Hercules. And then he used a featured 6-star crystal to pull who? Squirrel Girl. That's nuts. Literally. And a 6-star. In the basic, how do you even end this? Inferior Iron Man? Oh, Venom. Much better. Shout out to Aegon, too. Okay. So after all of that, I wonder who he used the Cosmic Awakening Gem on. Okay, so his top champion is Spider-Man 2099. And he awakened him. Now, I wonder, I'll have to ask him if he used his generic Awakening Gem. I mean, if he did, he did. And then rank 3 Doom, rank 3 Namor, and my webcam is kind of blocking it, but also rank 3 Professor X. All right, well, Infinity was like a part 1 and part 2 today on my channel. Congratulations. I'm honored to commentate it, especially on that birthday. The big 3-4. If you look back 5 years ago on my channel, do I look different? Probably have a little more hair. Hopefully I look about the same. I don't know. My students always tell me I always look like an average dude in Oklahoma. It's not a compliment. It's not an insult. It's like talking about a loaf of white bread.